We'll jump into the Forbidden Door predictions here as we wind down. 11 matches on the card as of right now. Jesus Christ. I thought it was 10. It's 10 on the main card and then one on the pre-show, the 0-hour pre-show. They could add more. These are including Rampage matches announced. I'm seeing one new one that I did not see last night. So maybe they add more that aren't televised or weren't taped last night or whatever. I mean, Collision's on Saturday. They could always add one the night before. I think that's, way too soon or way too, last minute, but what are you going to do? AEW Women's World Championship, Toni Storm defending against Willow Nightingale after Willow in Sky Blue beat Toni and Ruby Soho in a tag team match on Collision last week. I assume this was supposed to be Toni and Mercedes Moné, who was going to win the New Japan Strong Women's Championship before she got hurt. Unfortunately, that did not happen, so Willow's taking her place, which should still be a very good match. I think Willow's great. I don't think Willow's becoming two-belt Willow. I think Toni holds on to the championship for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I have Toni winning here. Like I said, I feel like it'd be not weird, but it'd be kind of weird if she just won the belt and then just drop it to Willow. At that point, just put on Willow if you're really going that direction. So I think it'll be a good match, but you got Toni going.
More champion versus champion matches here as Orange Cassidy defends the International Championship on the show where it was created last year, also in a four-way. This year it's against Zack Sabre Jr., who's the New Japan World Television Champion, and Katsuyori Shibata, who is the Ring of Honor Pure Champion, so everyone's got a fucking belt, and Daniel Garcia, who has no championship. Unless Garcia steals it, I don't think Shibata or Sabre are winning it. Garcia, it sounds like they're building to those two on probably a Ring of Honor show, and Cassidy hasn't lost yet. He beat 21 people in a Battle Royal at Double or Nothing. I don't think he loses here.
Yeah, I don't think Shibata or Zack Sabre are winning here. I mean, I guess Garcia could win it, but I just don't see it. I think Orange wins.
CM Punk and Seth. I always forget how to pronounce his first name. Kojima, Satoshi Kojima. I'm probably mispronouncing his first name. I apologize. But they're in a first round match in the men's Owen Hart Cup tournament. As announced last night, they announced the full brackets. Winner of this match is going to face Samoa Joe and Roderick Strong. I don't think Kojima's beating Punk. It was supposed to be Punk and Kenta reportedly. Kenta's been begging for that match for years. Now all of a sudden he just doesn't want it for some reason. I don't know what happened there. Probably because they weren't paying him enough and they didn't want to give it away as a tournament match in the first round, whatever the fuck. But I think Punk wins. LOL. It's his first singles match in 9 months, and they didn't really announce it as much of a big deal, but I assume he wins here.
Yeah, I got Punk winning here. Like I said, his first singles match, I doubt he's losing to Kojima here.
Yeah, pretty foregone conclusion. 10-man tag team match, Blackpool Combat Club, Jon Moxley, Wheeler Yuta, and Claudio Castagnoli teaming with Takeshita and I thought they announced the partner. Who was the partner they announced at Dynamite last night? Wasn't it Tomohiro Ishii?
I don't remember them announcing it.
I'm sorry. They didn't announce their partner, but Eddie Kingston announced... Okay, I'm sorry. Eddie Kingston and Tomohiro Ishii are teaming with the Elite, Adam Page and the Bucks, against Blackpool Combat Club's 3 members, Takeshita, and the last member of their team, Rampage, spoiler, so if you're listening before Rampage, skip ahead by a minute. They're teaming with Shota Umino, who was involved in the 6-man last year with Jon Moxley and Blackpool Combat Club, so... He's teaming with Blackpool Combat Club again this year. He's friends with Moxley, makes sense. Which team do you think goes over? I know you don't give a shit, but I was just curious.
I think you give 2 shits. Who won Anarchy in the Arena?
Blackpool Combat Club, so probably the babyfaces, right?
I would say the Elite win.
Yeah, let's go Kingston, Ishii, and the Elite. That probably makes the most sense. Speaking of Rampage matches announced, again, fast forward by 30 seconds to a minute. Adam Cole taking on Tom Lawler, Filthy Tom Lawler from New Japan, also of MLW notoriety. Pretty easy win, I would assume, for Cole, right, since he's feuding with the AEW World Champion right now?
Yeah, I got Cole.
I know you don't know who Lawler is, so just to put it on the books that Cole wins. Lei Suzuki, Gods, Jericho Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki taking on Sting, Darby Allin, and a partner of their choosing that has not been announced as of this moment that we're talking. They're going to announce it on Friday, probably in a pre-tape that didn't air to the live audience. I assume it's Naito because he has history with Jericho. I'm going to say Sting, Darby Allin, and their partner win here because Sting has not lost in AEW yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have the babyfaces win here, continue the dissension between Sammy and Jericho.
I was going to say that'll probably factor into the finish. Athena and Billy Starks, forgot about this one on the pre-show in a women's Owen Hart Cup tournament match. Billy Starks was just signed. She's been all over the place. Athena's the Ring of Honor World's Women's Champion. I assume she wins here, right?
I would have Athena win, yeah.
I don't think she's going to lose her first match in a year on the fucking pre-show. Last 4 matches that were already announced. Sonata and Jungle Boy, Jack Perry, for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Pretty easy prediction that Sonata wins. But do you think that Sonata wins? How? Does Hook turn on Perry? Does Perry turn on Hook? Does Perry lose clean and then turn on Hook? I feel like we will get their split here, or at least a major indication of where they're going with this. I think obviously Perry loses, but I think he turns on Hook afterward because Hook didn't help him cheat or whatever.
Yeah, I got Sonata. I don't think Jungle Boy's winning. I think I see a Jungle Boy heel turn going, so then he would turn on Hook.
Are you looking forward to the Perry heel turn? Are you optimistic at all, or are you just like, we'll see how it goes?
I'm honestly off the Jungle Boy train. It's been 3 years. I just don't see it ever happening, so I honestly could care less.
All right. AEW World Championship, MJF versus Hiroshi Tanahashi. I think MJF wins, right? Tanahashi ain't taking the title 2 years in a row. He didn't take the title last year, but I think he loses for the 2nd straight year.
Yeah, if MJF lost, I think I just give up at that point, so... MJF wins here. Like I said, it's just funny. They announced this 4 days before the show. It's just comical.
Yeah, officially. I mean, it was announced last week, but they made it official on Wednesday. Yeah, because he said he wouldn't work it.
2 weeks before, comical.
I agree. They made him look like an idiot too, because he said he wouldn't face him, and then Cole said, "What, are you scared?" And then MJF said, "Well, I'll face him." It's like, okay, then what was the point? That just seems silly. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship rematch from the Tokyo Dome Wrestle Kingdom back in January. Ospreay lost that one. I'm going to say he takes the title here, unless they do a 3rd match at All In, but, I mean, you can do a 3rd match and he wins there, but I just Omega's not doing anything with it, just might as well give the belt back to Ospreay here, maybe with Takeshita interference or something.
Yeah, I think Ospreay wins here. Like I said, I think either Takeshita helps or he just wins, but I think you put the belt on Ospreay. Like I said, it's not like Kenny's on New Japan Weekly, so I don't even know why he has the belt to begin with, but I would have Ospreay win.
I agree. And then final match, Bryan Danielson and Kazuchika Okada, dream match, many years in the making. I think they had one match many, many years ago, but they're running it back here now that they've both leveled up, so to speak. I'm going to go with Okada. Danielson's pretty lenient with who he loses to, so I'm going to say Okada wins. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, but I think this is an Okada victory.
Yeah, I think it's pretty 50-50, honestly. I feel like Okada lost last year. If he's ever going to make the jump, or like people that aren't like people talk about how great he is. I mean, the one match I saw him was the one last year, and I wasn't overly excited with it. I mean, it is a 4-way too. I think this will be good, but like I said, if you want to keep him like either relevant or people to care, I think you would have to win here. So I'd go with Okada as well.
And I'm also thinking, if I have Okada, Ospreay, and Sonata win, that's 3 big wins for New Japan and 1 for AEW and MJF. I don't know if they want to even it out, but just something to keep in mind. I could see Omega winning. If someone like Danielson or Okada or Omega Ospreay, I think Omega is more likely to win than Danielson, because Danielson's just pretty lenient with who he loses to, like I said. But yeah, bonus question for you. Which match do you think main events? Okada and Ospreay? Or I'm sorry, Okada and Danielson, or Omega and Ospreay?
It's a good question. I think
I'm going to say Omega and Ospreay just because the championship's on the line, but I would prefer Danielson Okada personally.
Yeah, I mean, I think with the title on the line, if it's the second match of the match they had at Wrestle Kingdom, I think it'd make more sense for Omega and Ospreay, but like you said, Danielson and Okada is like the dream match. So I think I'll go with Ospreay and Omega, but I wouldn't shock me if it was Danielson and Okada.
Can't go wrong either way. I'm looking forward to the show on Sunday. We'll talk about it next week right here on the show.